The rights are managed by William Morris and by Susan, and whatever Susan says goes. She's the number one, or she's the boss of William Morris, and they got the wonderful system. I manage you, you're a director. I manage you, you're a producer. I manage you, you're an actor. You three are doing a film. That's how it works. That's the strength they have. We got the script and we think it's wonderful. We're putting you together and you're paying for it. That's the strength they have. But more important, so the issue came up is what happens when we film a show live. How does the funding happen? Where does the money? Who pays for what? And there's lots of issues. Because in America, with the unions, everyone involved in the play originally has to have a cut, backstage, front stage, the way the unions act. In our country, it's different. So there's myriads of contracts that have been written up on different levels. So, but I said to her, it's very simple. There's just a portion of royalties that go to that pool. You can decide how they're paid. Guys can do that. Convinced of that. And I said the reason why I want to do that because the opening night of A Bronx Tale here at the Alex with Chaz Palminteri, no one in Australia can view it, but the rest of the world can. Chaz has about 900,000 followers on his on his Instagram. Let's say 20,000 people bought a seat for the opening night, which they would, online. They'll pay. And if say it was like it was 50,000 at $20, oh my God, I've just got the first million. I've got my show, my budget's back in the bank on opening night. That's what I'm looking for, that my budget's in the bank on opening night from selling it, from other people viewing it. And people always come to see a theatre and see shows live because there's nothing like the experience of being in the same room with the person that's performing. You need to feel that energy. Television can do so much. Television can move you and it tells wonderful stories. It's a different type of graphics. But being live is different as well. It's a different world. It's being in the theatre live and seeing a show, as you know. It gives a different depth to everything. So that's the Chaz Palminteri, Robert De Niro. I actually went to see him filming the ad for A Bronx Tale, and Bob was driving the taxi as the taxi driver, and Chaz was in the back doing all the talking. And was in the ad for Bronx Tale. I just sat there and watched it for the afternoon. And when I got there, he said, "I want you to turn up to the box office, to the box, go to the stage door. I've got a little present for you." He had a whole kit made for me. And then he had his own seat, which he has in the theatre for me for the show. I watched the show and he stayed. He stayed for the show and he got up on stage at the end of the show and the place went berserk. The place went, Mr. Palminteri walked on stage, the whole theatre stood up. It was like a 10-minute standing ovation. And he's doing it, they were doing a charity thing that night. They're doing a charity. He said, I've signed all this stuff. It's all for charity. They raised like about $35,000 for this charity that night on the spot. That's what he did. And I'd like to welcome my friend Alex from Australia. He's here, and just made me just welcome. He said, and he's coming backstage. And he picked me up, and his driver's outside. I got to tell you, it was like walking into a mafia movie. His driver, is it Serge? It just looks like it would look like. I'm telling you, it was like walking into a mafia movie. Serge with the limp, with the voice. Hey, come on here, man. It was phenomenal. And then we had dinner at his restaurant, and often he'd ring, "Where are you tonight?" I'm at another show. He said, "Come after, we'll have coffee. Come in the restaurant, we'll have something to eat. Come in." They're that welcoming. It's just wonderful people.